What's wrong, babe? I had a nightmare where players could autonomously bring homebrew into the game world, as if they were installing mods. Hey, what's up everybody, Landlife Curve here, welcome to another Memes of the D&D video. How are you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Before jumping into today's video, I just want to quickly kindly ask you, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, to consider doing so now. It only takes a moment and you can undo it later if you want, so thanks so much if you do that. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I haven't heard that name in a long time. The Cleric saying a prayer in the language of his god, and the tiefling that understands Infernal. Do I want to know what's going on here? I don't know about that, I'm not sure I do. The dragon didn't get to use a single legendary resistance. My bard polymorphing into a giant ape to fight the Necro Dragon, and the DM playing the Donkey Kong soundtrack during my turn. My dirtiest Dungeon Master secret. What's yours? Cleric casting Revivify to the minor NPC meant to die to advance the plot. I got you, brother. Lich, who miraculously regained a 3rd level spell slot. With the counter spell, oh no you don't. Was it really necessary for him to die during that fight specifically though? Like, I don't know, it feels like it's taking away the moment from the Cleric and just, I don't know, maybe could have somehow handled it later differently, you know? And so he screamed, if only for a moment. The druid casting Hit Metal at 5th level on a plate armored enemy for the laughs. The druid, after remembering that the campaign is homebrewed, gritty realism. When someone asks if I prefer fighting or roleplaying, there's nothing like a good fight to get you in the mood for roleplay, and there's nothing like a good roleplay to clear your head for the next fight. It's how the two work together. 80% of the content on here some days is enough to get you on an FBI watch list. r/DnDMemes users explaining how it's not technically a human rights violation because goblins aren't humans. Seriously though, official modules really need to do better in terms of providing dungeon masters with the required elements. When the module presents an interesting NPC for the PCs to interact with, but provides no background to the DM as to what they're doing there. Hey, welcome to my island. What's your story? My story is incredible, but I'm very busy right now. So to you, I will remain a mystery. Are you a crab who rows a boat around? That's the basic premise, yes, but any details will remain a mystery. That sounds annoying, yeah, okay, I agree. But I just want to say that crab rowing is really cute though. I don't care that spears are superior. The bonk calls for us all. No, you don't have to use the mace just because you're a cleric. Use something more useful like a spear or a quarterstaff. Mace go bonk. What table are you sitting at? Concept. That scene in every 90s high school movie where someone shows the new kid around the cafeteria and says that table is for nerds, those are the jocks, the goths, the cheerleaders, etc. Except it's a medieval tavern and each table has a different D&D class. Those are the arcane casters. They all sit together, but the wizards think that the sorcerers are undisciplined cheaters and the sorcerers think that the wizards are pretentious. You don't want to get in the middle of that. The last person that tried got polymorphed into a toad. I guess he had a lot of debts that he was just looking to get out of though, so he just rolled with it. He's somebody's familiar now, I think. The bards used to sit with them, but they broke off a while ago to do their own thing. Look, I should tell you right now, you're poetically gonna sleep with at least one of them. It's happened to most of us, so don't be embarrassed. If you're lucky, you might get away with just a ballad to your beauty parodying an 80s rock hit. The paladins are at the next table over. They're religious freaks, but if you're getting bullied, they'll have your back even if they don't know you. You might end up sleeping with some of them too. Look, they're really good listeners, okay? Whatever. The druids. Don't even think of trying to sit with them unless you're rocking a negative carbon footprint. Or if you can turn into a bear or a slow loris or something. They love that. The rogues are... well, they're around here somewhere. All those shirtless people over there beating the out of each other. No, not them, the smaller ones. Yeah, those are the monks. If you ask them, they'll tell you that it's about strengthening their will and disciplining their minds or something like that. But we're all pretty sure that they just like to fight. Those other bigger shirtless people beating the out of each other? Yeah, those are the barbarians. They really do just like to fight, and they won't try to convince you otherwise. Most of them aren't the brightest, but they're honest about their life goals and definitely good to have on your side. Just don't piss them off. For real. And then we have what I affectionately refer to as the brood corner. You see how it's way in the back and kinda shadowy? Yeah, they do that on purpose. It's mostly the warlocks, and they all seem to have some really tragic life story that explains how broken and asocial they are, and why they can summon swords or demons or tentacles or what have you. Yet they're also really charismatic and charming, somehow. Every once in a while, you'll find a ranger sitting alone with a hood over his face, but he's harmless. He's just read a few too many stories in his day. Jesus, yeah, okay, after reading all of that, I really can't decide which table I would rather be a part of, honestly. A lot of them really sound fun to be in. Leave nothing unfinished. You don't wanna die with unfinished business. You'll be doomed to walk the earth as a ghost. Let me be clear, leave nothing unfinished. Mini painters. I'm sorry, do people that paint minis have a tendency to not finish them or to just leave a lot of them unfinished? Is that actually a thing? Can you guys please stop teasing me? Seeing a cool new way of using spells on r/DnDMemes, and then thinking about it for more than 3 seconds and realizing that that's not even remotely how the spell works. I mean, yeah, but it's still fun to read them even if they're, you know, horribly, absolutely, completely wrong. We've all been there. The party gripes about not being warned before the deadly encounter. The Dungeon Master all session. A red stoplight, a very big stop sign, and another sign saying that this is a stop sign. Sorry, I mean, what? I don't see anything. Why did the DM not give them a sign? Jesus Christ. Can you imagine just getting TPK'd like that and the DM doesn't even warn you even remotely in the slightest way possible? I mean, yeah, there's a little fence over there, I guess, but besides that, there's nothing to tell you to stop you, you know? She had the song ready before the DM asked. Dungeon Master. The Barbarian's Great Cleave removes 2 heads. 3 remain. Who's next? Bard. I'd like to cast Irresistible Dance on the Hydra. Let me roll the Wisdom save. Okay, it's a 2. How do you want this to look? Well, the more polite your villain, the more dangerous he should be. Villain danger chart. And yeah, it's a direct correlation between danger and politeness. Alright, yeah. It feels like this sometimes. I think there's some things that could be better in D&D 5th edition. r/DnDMemes. So you're saying that you hate the game and or you're too lazy to homebrew it. Got it. Don't ask. Bard. I poke the beholder in the eye.
That's it?
Asks the beholder. The bard nods to the DM. Alright. The beholder's main eye starts to turn pink, says the DM.
No, you can't cast magic. Ah, it burns. Where's that finger been?
The bard grins and nods.
Where's that finger been?
Hashtag DnD. You don't want to know where that finger has been, honestly. You don't want to know why it hasn't been washed ever since, but yeah. Everything becomes an anime in the end. Heels That I Die On presents Barbarian's Rage is just an anime power-up. Molded D&D when? What's wrong, babe? I had a nightmare where players could autonomously bring homebrew into the game world, as if they were installing mods. I have been watching for 5 years. How has this never occurred to me? Vex is bear and Vax is bear. Forgive me. The party has made some interesting business decisions. The party buying multiple kegs to get a gelatinous cube drunk. And the bartender. Hey, I mean, he's selling those kegs so he doesn't really have to care, right? So, whatever. Yeah, we're... And the beast falls to the ground with a hideous screech. Its eye gazes at the greatsword beside its head. It gets back up, holding the blade in its right hand as it assumes the pose not of a feral beast, but of a gallant knight. Oh no. Yeah, you know it's bad when Aku is scared, so good luck, I guess. Sometimes we need them, but they never really feel like dice. D20. You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of dice. Coin. This is outrageous. It's unfair. How can you be on the council and not be a die? Take a seat, young D2. I cast Bees. Beastmaster. I order my animal companion to attack. Hunter. I will unleash a hail of arrows on my foes. Gloomstalker. I will ambush my enemies from the darkness. Swarmkeeper. Well, that looks terrifying, I guess. We only start an hour after the scheduled time. Me and the boys getting on to play some D&D, but instead end up talking about our day. I wish I didn't look. POV. You are reading the bard's inventory. Oh god, no, I do not want to know what he has in there, and we can really move on from this, it's fine, let's just, yeah. Their third swing hits for another 21 damage for a total of 66. Then, they use action surge for 3 more attacks. Fighter. What about my action? DM. We already had it. We've had one, yes, but what about second action? At the very least, it's more schools for the school throne. Make friends or kill enemies. Necromancers. I also really like the floating hearts around his head, yeah, fitting. Now I want to take revenge for them. Our party being forced to kill the big bad evil guy married couple that became evil because they wanted revenge against the god that refused the divine intervention to save their daughter. Oh god, that hurts to just read. How evil are they? Are you sure that you can't really convince the party to help them maybe? I mean, I don't know. Yes, mommies. I mean, POV. You are the new halfling PC. Hey boy, wanna join our party? No, bonk. No, bonk. Morality is subjective. The paladin player cancels last minute and the rogue and the bard now without any kind of moral compass. And here we go. Chromatic dragons look like they're about to drag you into a back alley and pull a shiv on you to demand money for their meth habit. Metallic dragons look like they're about to invite you over for a cup of tea and some custard creams at their little cottage in the countryside. I mean, to be fair, okay, I guess they do look a little bit better, but I really wouldn't trust either of them, honestly. Fighting a horde of goblins. How it felt at first level versus how it feels at 10th level. Happened to me once. Those players, when they can't play an optimized Warlock Paladin Sorcerer because they won't explain it in their backstory. Get over it. What? Weapons should do realistic damage. It's fantasy, it's not meant to be realistic. Alright, on that note, that's it for today's video, so thanks so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon, as well as on YouTube as channel members, I appreciate it a lot, so thanks so much for those. Links below if you want to check them out, as well as links to my social media, Discord server, something else. And yeah, that's it, thanks again for watching, I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!